We still had, I think, 2 videos that have gotten like 1 dislike apiece, and I just want to go back and look. I wish I could look it up. Like, who disliked this video? Wow. Do it publicly. Don't do it privately.
Okay, all right, let's
let
stop.
Me know in the comments.
Stop, really.
Let me know in the comments.
Really?
Yeah.
I'll put my number on the comments. I tell you what.
I mean? Catch me outside. How about
I already
that?
tell y'all I live in Cochran.
This tree.
Ooh.
I'm coming. Come in.
Butt crack plumbing.
I'm looking for the tree service.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Timber tree service.
I was seeing if you could come look at a tree for me next week.
I might could squeeze you in, man. I think I can squeeze you in.
Don't get fooled like Peyton and call just anyone. You need a name you can trust. Call Buckeye Preferred Services. They are insured with over 35 years experience in custom tree felling, crown reduction, whole tree removal, as well as stump grinding and cleanup. They are cutting out your problems one limb at a time, serving the greater Middle Georgia area and beyond. You can find their Facebook in the description and call them at 478-484-2178 or 478-278-5574.
Well, hello. As we near towards the day of Christmas, this is going to come out a week before Christmas.
Yeah.
Oh man, 1 week left. Everybody got y'all shopping done? Mm-mm. Have you started? Mm-hmm. Okay. Are you eating on the podcast? Mm-hmm. That's really rude, Derek.
Hey, they're good, aren't they?
They are good.
They're good, man.
Yeah, shout out to Emerald City Sweets, newest supporter of the podcast, a big supporter of the podcast. You see their commercial later on. They contribute to our fatness all the time.
Our growth and development.
We've got freeze-dried Skittles and Jolly Ranchers, and they are phenomenal. If you haven't had them yet, go get you some. They are delicious.
Hey, I'm getting a freeze-dried Christmas tree tomorrow. Watch and see.
A freeze-dried Christmas tree? Oh yeah, because they're doing the Little Debbie Christmas trees.
Yeah, man.
Yes, I'm going to get one of those tomorrow as well.
You want one? I'll grab you one.
I mean, if y'all want mine.
If you wouldn't mind.
While y'all there.
I couldn't leave you out, D.
Funny enough, these actually, I believe, will fit into a stocking, too.
Yeah, they definitely will.
They'll hold. They're freeze-dried. They're fine. You can just throw them in a stocking. Plenty of sugar for the kids. Plenty of sugar for the kids. Thank you all again for tuning in this week. We really appreciate it. We are climbing up the polls on YouTube, and we are expanding, and we're growing by leaps and bounds.
Mercedes.
Or skips and tumbles.
He's talking about the car.
No, I'm talking about the pole.
Oh, God.
You said climbing up the pole. I'm just
like, I give half my money to charity. Unless she's not working, and then I give it to Mercedes. Anyways, that took a turn. Back to the intro. I'm sorry. Anyways, check out Emerald City Sweets. They got all kind of freeze-dried stuff. Great for stocking stuffers, especially. Thank you all for the support. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to our channel down there in the bottom left or right, depending on whether you're mobile or on a desktop somewhere. We really appreciate it. Like the video if you hear something you like. If you don't like it, then like it anyways. And just help us continue to grow. Comment down below what you would like to see us do. Talk about who you'd like to see us reach out to try to have a guest on. Anything. We're very interactive with people who comment. Mm-hmm. We'll comment back. We'll like your comments.
Yeah, we've had a lot of comments lately, man.
Yeah, we have.
We really have.
I like those.
Yeah. You like the comments?
Yeah, I like to read those.
Yeah, I do enjoy reading the comments. I enjoy reading the comments now because we're still small.
Yeah.
and like all the people kind of like know us and watching are actually fans. As you get bigger, comments can get very negative, and I'll probably stop reading comments after that. But
Yeah, that's true. You make a good point.
yeah,
So probably next year we'll be getting some of those.
I'm sure.
That's all right.
I'm sure. We still had, I think, 2 videos that have gotten like 1 dislike apiece, and I just want to go back and look. I wish I could look it up. Like, who disliked this video? Do it publicly. Don't do it privately.
Okay, all right. Let's
let me know in the
stop.
comments.
Stop. Really.
Let me know in the comments.
Really?
Yeah.
I'll put my number on the comments. I tell you
know
what.
what I mean? Catch me outside. How
I
about
already
that?
tell y'all I live in Cochran.
Catch me outside. How about that?
Lord help.
But yeah, man, we're having a lot of good discussions, man. We're having some good guests on. We just had a lot of fun, and we get to continue to do this as long as everybody's still enjoying it. We will continue to do it at least until my 52 is up, and then we'll see what goes on from there.
We're at 20.
This is number 28.
Yeah, so we're just over the halfway point. So I'm just uncandid. I didn't have any idea we were going to do this, but it just popped in my head. What do you guys think about the halfway point? What do y'all think so far? What's your honest thoughts?
We're not where I wanted to be, just because to get ad revenue on YouTube, you need to have in a year's time. You need to have 4,000 watch hours and 1,000 subscribers, and we're just under that.
Just under for the halfway point.
Just under for the halfway.
Yeah.
We're just under like halfway where we need to be halfway
Right.
through a year's worth of content.
Right.
But I will say, everything I've read, it's kind of like a snowball going downhill. Once it gets started, it will kind of continue to pick up pace. Once when we have more subscribers and more people tuning in, it's easier to get those watch hours.
Yeah.
I think it's harder to get to the halfway point than it is to get to the halfway point to the end. If you get what I'm saying. It might take you 8 months to do the first half of it, but then once you start gaining some traction and it starts really kind of getting out there after that, then it's easier to get through the second half of it. But I'm not going to lie. I was kind of 50-50 on whether it was going to even make it this far.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair.
I thought, I knew that we were going to still be doing it. I wasn't sure if it was going to do anything, though.
Yeah.
If it was just going to be our families tuning in every week or,
12 views.
And we'd be able to tell because I'd be like, well, we got 13 family members. Which one of y'all ain't watching?
What about you, Derek?
I mean, I didn't know how far it was going to go. I mean, I didn't say, well, we'll probably do it for 6 months and then it'll get old or whatever. I didn't really think about that. I was just like, let's just hop on, I'll ride. Let's go. I've been pleased with it, and I enjoy it, doing it. I don't ever see Chris except when he does come over.
True.
And drink my waters and stuff.
That's true. That's true.
That is true. That is a fact.
We should have some pizza upstairs by the time we get done with
Yeah,
this
it'll be
thing.
up there ready.
That'd be good.
In the oven.
That'd be good.
It will be.
So today I'll drink your water and eat your pizza.
In the oven, hidden from the cats.
Yeah, because apparently the cats run his house.
Speaking of cats, so
Speak of them.
I got up the other morning,
Okay.
and we've got Tuffy outside. That's our outdoor cat that we've adopted. Well, I went outside and fed her, and then I walked back inside. I had the carport light on because it was dark. This was the other Sunday, and I raised the blind up and I looked outside before I walked outside, and I had just poured the food out for her. Come back in, get my shoes on, grab my coffee. I'm fixing to go out the door to go to work, and I see a critter out there. I couldn't tell from the distance. I couldn't tell what kind of critter it was. Well,
Possum.
yep.
Was it really?
Yeah. I got a picture of it I took. So
Pop that picture up there, Chris.
I opened the door up, the wood door. I opened up. So I'm standing there at the glass door, and I'm thinking he's fixing to run, he or she. And so I'm sitting there, and nothing. It just stops. And well, the cat comes up. So now the cat and the possum are, I don't know, about the length of this table, maybe a little further from each other. So she's Tuffy, is at the door looking at me and meowing. So I'm thinking, what if I go outside and she goes into protect mode and goes after that possum? That's possible. I don't know. So anyway, I watch it for just a second, and then I was like, okay, I'm fixing to go out there. I got to go to work. So I open the door up. The possum doesn't go anywhere. So the possum's probably, 8 foot from me. So Tuffy's just still steadily talking. She just right there near me. So I wasn't going around. The possum was on the driver's side, toward the driver's side of my truck. So I said, I ain't walking around, because then it's going to be a game of cat and mouse,
A game of cat and possum, if you will.
Yeah. I guess it would be now, wouldn't it, Chris?
That's a good point.
So I unlock my truck, and climb into the passenger seat, climb over the center console into the driver's seat. I crank it up, figuring he's going to run. By the time I do, he does. He runs, but he doesn't run out front of the carport. So I'm rolling the window down and just looking out, because I want to see where he goes. Well, he darts out and then goes around. And Tuffy, she went on about her way, I guess, killing rodents and stuff. But I'm blown away that it didn't run quicker when I went out there, that I had to get into the passenger side of my vehicle and climb over seat, because I don't know how aggressive they may be, and I didn't want to. Did you know they can climb trees?
Lord, yeah.
I didn't.
Mm-hmm. I don't think I did. I didn't think that they didn't. I didn't know for sure whether they could or not, but I would assume they could. They got claws and stuff.
Yeah, and I saw one a few weeks ago going up a tree. I don't know if we talked about it or not, but anyway, it was almost like that thing was sitting around the corner from the carport waiting to hear it go clink, clink, clink when I pour the food in there, and then just bebops up there when I go back inside.
Derek, it wasn't up here for the food. You didn't see the note in its hand?
I didn't see it, no.
Because you left and went to work.
Yeah.
And I got up a little bit later on. Didn't realize you had fed Tuffy.
Yep.
And I seen a note out there.
Uh-huh.
And I made a copy of it right here. And I'm gonna tell you what it said. You may not remember me. I don't know who you are. I don't know what you want. If you're looking for ransom, I can tell you I don't have money. But what I do have is a very particular set of skills I have acquired.
I thought that was Go ahead. I don't want to interrupt you. Go ahead.
Oh, that was a raccoon, wasn't it?
Yeah. That was a raccoon. He legit Googled the line from Taken.
I was trying to do it all incognito over here, too.
I had no idea what he was talking about. I thought he was just ad-libbing over there.
How big was his possum, dude?
It's pretty big.
My phone's upstairs on charge. It was big.
Yes,
Is that the
big.
picture
No
we
joke.
just said we was going to do?
Yeah, yeah. It's
Okay,
up.
yeah.
It's
So
up.
everybody,
It looked big to me.
It was big.
It was large.
I mean, enough to get you. You ain't little.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm 6'2", so picture me getting into the
Passenger
side.
seat.
and
I'm
then
laughing
crawling
at
over, crawling
how this
over the
possum had you
console.
cornered up in your house.
Well, I figured when I went out there it was going to bolt, but it didn't go nowhere.
It stood its ground,
Yeah.
and you just faltered.
Getting brain.
I need to
Folded
get
like
work.
a lawn chair out there in his carport.
Yeah, his car for his truck, and he's just like, I guess I'll just climb over the center console real quick.
He'll be Googling what kind of food possums like next. He got there feeding
Yeah. All right, now just leave me alone now. Leave me alone.
Anyway,
I think they eat
that
cat food.
That was obviously that was interesting. I'll say that. I was a little bit spooked. God, that's small coffee.
It's much smaller than Java the Hutt, that's for sure.
Yeah, that's true.
This is the newest one to add to the collection, or I don't know, I've gotten so behind now. This is one.
What is that?
It's a Game Boy.
It's a Game Boy, and
Hey,
what happens is it's got
Is that
water in it
anything
right
like
now.
An Atari?
Yeah, except much better. It doesn't have it. It's got water in there right now because it's 6 o'clock in the evening time. But when you put like hot coffee in it, the screen on the Game Boy will change.
Change to what?
Some sort of game.
Really?
Yeah, like you can't play it or nothing, but it'll.
I know you can't play it.
He literally
You
like,
should have told him you could, Chris.
it's got batteries in the bottom of it. There. It's heat charged and operated.
Heat activated.
Heat activated it, and
That's cool.
I think this is. I don't want to say. I think it's Shelly, but it's either Shelly or Keith. I can't remember. It's been so long now. When we first started, I
we're
got
gonna
like
say
a
Keith.
bunch of them. I got a bunch of them, and I've been like keeping them to the side. It's either Shelly or Keith. Shelly got me 2 or 3 of them now.
That was sweet of her.
Yeah. She got me one as a toilet bowl. I have to use that one now.
I had a heat-activated workout T-shirt. It would activate when you started sweating,
What?
like bolts or something. Like the lines would show up.
Really?
I saw them one time when I got wet because it was raining. I never activated it in the gym.
You never got quite sweaty enough to make it go off in the gym.
I don't sweat in the gym
God, I sweat everywhere.
because they got them big-ass fans in there.
Yeah.
So you don't really sweat.
Yeah. Them things put off some.
God, them are good.
Yeah, they are. Keep them over there, please.
I'm just trying to figure out why you zipped them up to pass them down.
Because that's just how I am.
Weird.
Not a kid anymore.
Well,
I seen on Facebook the other day, somewhere in Georgia, I'm pretty sure, and Leslie can tell me in the comments, I know she will, what county it was. I'm trying to think it was maybe Putnam. That's not too far, right?
I don't want them. I don't want them.
I don't want them
I'm
over
a
here
diabetic.
either. I am too. That's why I don't want them over here. Brian is too.
Putnam, you think?
Isn't Putnam close?
Sure.
Not that it matters if it's close or not. It's in Georgia.
There is a Putnam County in Georgia, yeah.
A guy got arrested in Putnam County
Okay.
for dressing up in a chicken outfit, high on mushrooms, and he was doing something to traffic. I don't know if I got the story here. Yeah, I tried to make a copy of it to bring, and I wasn't able to.
What town's that?
Great question.
Putnam town.
Putnam.
Boy, that was good.
Yeah, dressed up in a chicken suit and was arrested because he was high on mushrooms.
Sounds like a regular old Saturday on mushrooms.
And they had to hit him with a taser. He kept asking
Then he was fried chicken.
he kept that.
You're welcome.
He was a baked chicken before that because he was high on mushrooms.
That's true. Baked, fried, you got it any kind of way you want.
Gosh.
Putnam County, Georgia, sheriff's account.
So what was he? I mean, obviously he's high on mushrooms. That's against the law. Dressing in a chicken outfit. I'm assuming that's not against the law. What else was he doing? What was it? You said something about traffic.
I'm trying to think. He struck several vehicles with his hands and fists while walking in the roadway, having an adverse reaction to mushrooms. Dispatch advised that the male would be wearing a chicken suit.
Could you imagine having to be that guy that calls that? Like having like Leslie answer the phone, and you just, man, there's a
Bolo report.
there's a guy here with a chicken costume
Banging on cars.
in the middle of the road, and she's got to be the one to then either report it to a deputy on duty or just to like throw it in the. There's no way that's happening. Pile.
It was a yellow onesie style pajama outfit
Oh man, I got
that
some.
resembled a chicken.
That resembled a chicken.
Shouting and beating on the hood of an SUV. The ambulance showed up, and he continued to ask the deputies, "Are you real? Am I real?" Yeah, it was a guy.
There's some. That was on mushrooms.
Yeah, that's what they
How
say.
do they know it was on mushrooms?
I don't know. Great question.
You can't know that.
Maybe he told them.
Well, he also asked if they were real.
If the cops were real.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, so who?
I
so,
think his
so
girlfriend-
he's asking if the cops are real, and then saying I took mushrooms, and you're gonna believe? He was just asking if the cops were real. Like,
the girlfriend called and said, "Hey,
Oh, okay.
my boyfriend and I just recently broke up. He has obviously ingested some mushrooms and is having a bad reaction." I don't know if he's having a bad reaction.
I'm not sure if he was on mushrooms.
I don't know. According to the girl.
That's LSD.
Yeah, probably.
I have done mushrooms.
I have too.
I'm not sure if I've ever like hallucinated it.
I went to a haunted house on mushrooms.
Did you ever think that anybody was not real or question anybody's
I thought
the reality?
I thought that Bubba chasing me out of there with a chainsaw was real,
When Bubba chasing you out of there with a chainsaw was real.
but I thought that he was real.
Real.
His intent was real.
Yeah.
That was That was premeditated. Then you took the shrooms before you went to it.
That was
Yeah.
a stupid idea.
Well, it wasn't my idea.
You just went along.
Yeah.
I
So
guess.
they arrested this guy, man, and took him down there and questioned him, and he was all of a sudden grilled chicken.
God, that's so good. These are the kind of jokes that I'm here for.
But you beat me to the fried
Baked
chicken,
and
man. So
fried and
congratulations.
grilled.
I had those three ready.
God, that's
I had
so
those three
good.
ready for the story: the fried, the baked, and the grill. And you got the
Golly.
fried one. So congratulations. I was googling on the way home, and I was like, different types of way to prepare chicken. I gotta make this one go.
How do I fit crock pot chicken and dumplings in there?
I was going to say rotisserie, but
There was one.
there's nothing there.
There was one about.
You were gonna say rotisserie?
Rotisserie
that's all
chicken.
he loves to get a rotisserie chicken.
What was the kid being stuck with?
There was none.
That's what I didn't use.
Oh, okay.
I just threw it out there because
Yeah.
you said that.
Yeah.
You
I'm
said
just
that
trying to
about
figure out
chicken
why you're
and
trying to
rice
rotisserie
and
this
crock
guy.
pot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I was trying to fit in something about soup. Could have been chicken mushroom soup.
Chicken and mushroom soup. No, I think you did good with the baked chicken.
I
Baked
couldn't
chicken.
get there. Grilled was my favorite though.
That is.
That was my favorite.
Went from baked
Yeah.
to fried to grilled.
Yeah, he's now out on bond. So obviously, when I heard that the other day, I seen that on Leslie's page. She had shared it. So thank you, Leslie, for that. And comment below as you're so faithful.
Yeah, if there's any listeners in Putnam Town, let us know what you think about that.
So that obviously got me to thinking about some more. We talked about it a few weeks ago, kind of like dumb arrests.
Yeah.
I got one here. Three of them. South Carolina. Derek, trigger alert here. I'm warning you. You're probably going to get triggered here. South Carolina man on a moped with weapons, drugs, and a kitten was arrested after a chase.
On a moped?
Yeah. Slow speed chase
On a slow speed chase.
through South Carolina with weapons.
What was the kitten?
I don't know, man. I didn't get any of the details of any of these. These are just headlines that I saw. So
that reminds me of one.
I
We'll
didn't
come
do
back to it.
I didn't do a lot of digging. Here's one, and I had a similar story happen like this, not to me, but someone that I knew down in Florida when I was living in Pensacola. Georgia man accidentally texted probation officer for weed. That's
Golly.
tough.
That's tough.
I was in drug court back in probably 2002, 2003 in Pensacola, and you're in that class, so you get to know people, And there was a guy I was in class with, and he had actually called because we all had the same probation officer. We would check in and report, and we'd show up in court once a week in phase one and all that. And this guy had called his probation officer from his house on the home phone and checked in with her and thought he hung the phone up, but he didn't. And she stayed on the phone for whatever reason because obviously he was starting to talk as soon as he was hanging the phone up or thought he was hanging the phone up. And he was getting the order for all the people and how many pills they wanted. And she heard every word of it and arrested him.
Dang.
Yep.
Tough.
That's tough.
You guys to be
tough,
more
tough way
careful.
to go out. And this last one here, I'm a little bit upset with the Wyoming police
Okay.
because obviously I think they missed a great opportunity. It says Wyoming man arrested after claiming that he traveled from 2048. So how many years is that? That's 25 years away. He's claiming that he is from the year 2048, and he traveled back to 2023 to warn us of an alien invasion. And they arrested this guy and didn't believe him. I want to talk to him. I happen to believe him. Drop the ball, Wyoming. Out there with your Yellowstone.
You shared DNA with that.
And he was on. Was this guy on mushrooms too?
He was on something.
Well, if I can zoom it in here, Bryant Johnston was arrested Monday. Public intoxication.
There you go.
Claiming he traveled from 2048 to warn of an alien invasion. You got to investigate that.
No, you don't.
Absolutely.
No, you don't.
Absolutely.
No, you don't.
You absolutely
No, you
do.
don't. You do not have to. You don't have to waste resources on anything like that.
Because if an alien invades your home, that pistol that you're trying to get, Chris, not going to do any good.
Listen, you don't know.
So how's that going?
You don't know. I finally got to meet with is a criminal investigator for the parole board.
That just sounds funny.
It sounds messed up, doesn't it? Yeah. I felt like I was in trouble. Listen, she called Tuesday last week and was just like, hey, I'm such and such. I'm a criminal investigator with the parole board. I've got your application because I put in a couple months ago an application to have my pardon and have my gun rights restored because I haven't been in any kind of trouble in 5 years, and that's an option. I'm trying to just take advantage of it. So, anyways, she's like, I got your application. I need to come do like a 30 to 45-minute interview with you. Is that something we might be able to do Friday? And this was last Friday. And I was like, sure. When and where would you like to do it? And she was just like, well, I'd like to try to get it done first thing in the morning, and we can just do it at your house. And I was like, what? She's like, yeah, you should live at blah, 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 blah. Yeah. She's like, okay, well, yeah, you want to do it like 9 o'clock? I'll be there at 9. And I was just like, sure, absolutely. You know what I mean? And it didn't occur to me until, this was on Tuesday, until like Thursday. I was just kind of sitting around at work, and I was just like, some random person just called and said if they could come, asked if they could come and like meet with me at my house. And I was like, sure, buddy. Yeah, come on. All I have to hear is like probation, parole, or anything like that, and I automatically get institutionalized, and I just get like defensive. I'm just like, sure, what, you know.
When did she call you?
Tuesday.
Is that why you had a ramen for lunch Tuesday?
Yeah. She called me Tuesday morning.
Man was over there making a pocket.
I'm making a pocket for lunch. I have to make you a pocket one day.
He was cleaning his tennis shoes when I come in the office. What are you doing,
with a
man?
toothbrush, you know what I mean? Getting all my whites ready. Yeah. But no, I think it went well. She asked a lot of questions about how I was raised, and kind of what the relationship was with my family now.
Cool, man.
And kind of what they were up to. So I gave them, of course, all my family's social security numbers and all that kind of good stuff.
Yeah.
You know? But no, I mean, I think it went well. She said that being at the end of the year like it is, they may or may not. I think there's 5 members of the board, and it kind of they don't do it like all at one time. Mm-hmm. They send it to one person who looks over the file and the investigation and says yes or no, and then it goes to the next person, and it either goes to people until it gets 3 yeses or 3 nos. So if it gets 3 yeses off the rip, then the other 2 don't even need to see it. So that's kind of how they do it.
Kind of like our board in a sense.
Almost, yeah. You know,
that's cool.
Once it gets a majority either way, then it doesn't have to go to any other people. But she was very careful not to give me any kind of inclination on whether it was good. She's like, I don't do anything like that. I just gather information.
Kind of like we do.
And I said, yeah, and I just send it on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I know Rob, my parole officer, he was the one who originally told me that I could do this, and he was saying that most of the times if you don't have violent charges, don't have any gun charges, nothing violent on your record, it's just mainly kind of like drug stuff, that they'll give you your rights back. So I'm looking forward to it. You know, maybe it'll happen, maybe it won't. I mean, I don't think I've lost anything if it doesn't happen. But it's a good opportunity. I try to, now that I'm not breaking the law every day, I want to take advantage of all the opportunities that I can. Mm-hmm. You know, I vote in all the elections now.
That's good.
Because I can, and I want to take advantage of all the rights that we do have here. So, but yeah, it went all right.
I can't wait for her to call me and ask
for a character reference.
Yeah, for character reference, man.
I almost told her about the podcast, and I was
point her
like,
to
nah,
the
maybe
podcast.
not.
That's exactly what I was about to say. That's exactly what I was about to say.
I was just like, nah, maybe I don't want to do that. She sees the types of characters I hang out with on a regular basis.
Don't think I haven't done similar stuff like that before.
Goodness gracious.
Get pulled over for a speeding ticket. While I got you here.
Yeah. Man, I'm
on a podcast, sir, so you may be on it. How it goes is going to be determined by how this ticket goes.
You may not have heard of me, but I'm kind of a big deal.
You can give me a ticket. That's not a problem. I'm not trying to talk myself out of a ticket. Just treat me nice as you give it to me.
Otherwise you'll be on the podcast being mean.
Talking about, what's your name?
What's your name? Yeah. And then
I'm not doing it.
Yeah, don't.
I'm not going there, bro.
Don't.
Although I was in that county the other day and saw I don't remember who I was even with. I was with someone in that county and I seen a car ride. Trying to think of where I was at. Anyway,
you give away too much, you give away the county.
and that's why I'm thinking.
Yeah, I just carry on with the story. Leave all that out. It doesn't.
I just made a comment. I was like, I wonder if that's going to be what's your name, and it wasn't.
No, it wasn't him.
And I was glad not because I got it coming the next time I see him.
Yeah.
Or next time he sees me. If I see him, he's not going to see me because I'm going to get out of there.
Out. I'll see you later.
I'm going to get out of there. Shout out to Ben Smith, man. I've already told y'all, but I'm going to say it again, bro. I watched a clip on Facebook Reels about the highlights of the game from Friday night that I was at. They played Howard. You said you know what that's
Yeah, Howard High School.
in Macon.
Yep.
It had been about 10 days since Baldwin had played. So, I told both of y'all, I think that like the first little bit, Baldwin came out flat, and it was like 8-2 in no time. Mm-hmm. And I looked over at Ben, and he wasn't ruffled at all. And I'm like, he obviously knows something that I don't know. And all it was they were just a little bit slow getting started.
A little sluggish.
Yeah, because they had been off for 10 days,
Sure.
Not off, but they hadn't had a game. So very intense, man. Very, very disciplined basketball team. Very quick to the ball. So I'm looking forward to – they got some games the rest of this month that won't be able to get to because they're out of town or either on a Tuesday night, but we'll be back in January.
You want to just quit our jobs and go watch them play basketball?
In a year or two, we'll be able to do that, and we will. We certainly will. Yeah. It was a good time, though, man.
Yeah, man, I definitely want to get out there. It'll be good.
Yeah, I just need to grab this cake from Mama real quick, and then we can go ahead and go over there.
This guy again?
You have got to be kidding me.
Hey boys, I got y'all's cake right here, man. Oh, I got it right here. Wait till you get a load of this.
Derek, come on, man. I got somebody way better.
Hey, suit yourself, fellas.
Always go with someone you can count on. Emerald City Sweets is locally female owned and operated. They have been in business since 2019. They are open Tuesday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. They serve soups, salads, sandwiches, and of course, cupcakes. They offer custom cakes and sweets for your every occasion. Located at 302 Pine Forest Street in Dublin, Georgia, they can be reached at 478-205-5385. Again, that's 478-205-5385. And their Facebook is linked in the description. Get your event done right with Emerald City Sweets.
That is way better.
Y'all excited about Christmas, man? It's getting here quick.
Yeah. I mean, I am. It's not my favorite holiday, but it's much better now than it used to be. I do enjoy it. I enjoy getting to hang out with family. And getting to exchange gifts and just get some time to spend with them. Because, it used to be I would come, get my gifts, and then just leave, to try to go sell my gifts to get high.
Yeah.
And I would be there for long enough to eat and then run.
Well, that's what I was putting to ask. Do y'all eat a lot?
Yeah, listen, my family, if 2 or more of my family is gathered anywhere, we got some food going. You best believe that.
That's what I figured.
You best believe that.
I figured y'all grubbed a lot.
Oh, my goodness.
Our favorite thing is brunch. Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
I mean, Christmas morning.
Yeah.
Mom's done brunch.
What do y'all have like a typical breakfast, like brunch? What is included in this? I'm about to vicariously get fat real quick.
Take it away, Derek.
What are we having at brunch, Derek?
Bacon, some more bacon, and then another pack of bacon, the pound size.
Now, do y'all have any bacon?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a lot. That's a lot for the grand youngins. We have eggs. We have fruit. Do we have sausage, Brian?
Yeah.
croissants.
What about bacon?
We got some bacon. And,
She does does she not do a like a breakfast casserole as
yeah,
well?
There's a breakfast
That's-
casserole.
That's the
what we-
move right
that's
there.
what we do.
And then there's some kind of
She does biscuits. She'll do biscuits for
Yeah,
Kevin, right?
yeah.
Because Kevin, she
does
used to do
biscuits.
bran muffins,
yeah.
and I'm telling you, bro, those bran muffins you can't buy them in the store. I've tried.
Really?
Yeah, and it's a recipe that she'd had since. Geez, man, we
We
were
were kids.
kids. I had to move that candy because I was going to eat every bit of it.
I'm glad you
I
did
mean,
because I was going to ask you to
yeah,
pass
that
it back
stuff
to
is
me.
Take it
so
away.
good, bro. I couldn't quit
it
eating
away.
it, man. I was going to ruin my
Stuff your
pizza.
stockings with it.
Yeah, she used to do bran muffins, and then they quit selling the cereal that she made it with. So
Thank God for that.
when I first got clean, though, I taught Brenda doing it a year or two, maybe in 2020. No, I wasn't there 2020 because I had COVID.
Yeah.
Must have been 2021, so like 2 years ago. I went to about 4 different grocery stores trying to find that bran flake or something cereal that she made it from. So they don't have the same exact cereal, but she could make it if she wanted to, probably.
There's some kind of little,
I'm gonna try to get her to make it.
what's it called? It's like a sweet thing, like cream Danish.
Right,
It's like
right.
a cream cheese Danish.
And she makes all this stuff?
Yeah,
Nothing
she
really bought?
she does every bit of
Okay.
it. She cooks every bit of it, and that's like the thing.
yeah.
You know, that is
Yeah.
everything outside of that is super important. But for our family, that brunch is where it's at. Like I'll drive. Erica's going to be good enough, man, to meet me with the children Christmas Eve. They're going up to the mountains with all of her family, and so they're getting back like Christmas Eve, and I'm going to drive and probably meet in Millersville, and I'll get the kids, and so because that's one of the things that Mom wants, man. She's like, I want all of us here,
Yeah.
and you know, fond memories of that brunch, man, and just the time we spent, and then you know, we always read the Christmas story, man, out of the Bible before we do the gifts and all. She's always implemented that as well.
Y'all do that Sunday morning?
Yeah.
Or Sunday.
The Christmas morning, yeah,
Christmas morning?
that's right, yeah.
See, we used to do so for our Christmas morning, we do a sausage, egg, and cheese breakfast casserole.
Okay, yeah.
And then we usually do like Sister Schubert cinnamon rolls
Okay.
and the Sister Schubert
Blueberry?
No, the ones with the hot little beanie weenies.
Yeah,
in the
yeah,
basement.
yeah.
So we do like those types of Sister Schubert rolls, and then the sausage, egg, and cheese casserole, and then we'll for lunch, for dinner that day we'll go out. I think, and my brother's gotten real crazy since he's gotten older. Keith actually, we'll do. We try not to do like a traditional ham or nothing. Like he made beef Wellington for a couple years. Listen, we do pop rolls, we do all kind of craziness, but it's fantastic. That's all we're ever doing is eating. But we used to get down. We used to have a nativity scene on the mantle above the fireplace. We'd bring it down on Christmas Eve.
Okay.
So at our house growing up, we would get the mantle down and we would read through the Christmas story. And like my brother, we'd all like, I'm the shepherd, whatever,
Yeah.
We'd read to people. You know what I mean? Like we'd have just like the manger and everything sitting with nobody in it.
Yeah.
And we'd be like, oh, Joseph and Mary got here.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. We do that, and then we sing. We'd sing like Silent Night, and like we would sing like We Three Kings. We would sing those. My mom, because my mom was choir director, music major. She would lead us all singing those kind of as we did the nativity scene, and then we would get one gift to open up on Christmas Eve. We still do this because we have Christmas at my brother's house in Marietta every year, Keith's house, and we'll still get like one gift, and it's basically like a family game. Whether it be a card game or a board game or something like that, something that we can all play, and then we'll play that game for a few hours, and then
That is really cool.
just kind of hang out.
That's
Yeah,
really
yeah, we've
cool.
done that. For my whole life. It's nice to be a part of that again.
The
It's
tradition of it.
definitely-
Yeah, for
it's
sure.
definitely nice to be
For
a part of
sure,
it.
man.
And I've said it before on here. Like I was always invited to stuff like Thanksgiving, Christmas. Even when I was using, I was always invited. But it was almost more like a mama just wanted me to be there. And it wasn't like she wanted me. she just wanted me to not feel left out.
Sure.
Instead of like actually wanting me to come and be a part of, and now my family, wants me to come and be a part of, which is probably, I tell residents this all the time. It's probably the greatest thing I've gotten in my recovery, is the fact that my family not just, invites me to stuff out of guilt or anything like that. I'm a person that they are generally want to be around again.
Yeah.
Which is very nice.
Yeah, that's something that you just can't put a word on it. It's powerful, man, to be back where you belong with your family. I totally know what you mean.
Yeah. Something I wouldn't trade for nothing, that's for sure.
That's right. You know how people talk about when someone goes into a restaurant or a place of business and they're going to complain, they're called a what?
Karen?
Okay. I want to do the same thing
Okay.
with a name, but
Okay.
I want it to represent something positive.
Okay.
So we're going to start this petition that we start, and it's not going to catch on this year because it's too soon. It's only going to be about a week before we announce this. So we're shooting for like 2024, this to be a thing all across the world, at least the United States, that someone like my mother that goes all out for Christmas, we're going to call her a Carol. Christmas Carol.
You've definitely come up with much worse things than that before.
Hey, y'all see that Christmas Carol over there?
Yeah.
All them lights in her yard.
Lord, you got a Carol living there, that's for sure.
I like it, bro.
It's not bad.
It's a Christmas
It's
Carol.
not bad.
That's okay.
It's a Christmas Carol.
Do petitions have to be signed?
No.
Okay.
I thought they did.
Hear ye, hear ye.
There may be different. I know you can have like a petition that you send around and get signed.
Yeah.
But you can also petition people to do something.
That's what we're doing. We're
You know, you
petitioning.
can- there's different. Maybe not.
We're bringing it to
We're
the
going to give them the
table.
benefit of the doubt there. We're gonna
thought
say
that
you
was
used the right
soliciting.
word.
I think I saw a sign out on the garage that said no soliciting.
That was for the possum.
What do y'all think about the Macon Amphitheater?
I mean,
Location. That's where I want to ask. I want to ask you. I've not asked you this, and I've intentionally not asked you this yet.
okay.
What about that location?
I mean, it's the pit stain of what Macon is. No, it just is. It just is. It's
You know
right
where it's going
outside
to
of-
be?
No.
He had that look. So I was over by the old Macon Mall.
Yeah, it's
It's
literally
going to be right there.
like where they tore down the parking lot for the. Because when they built the Macon Mall, it was this part, and then they built a new part and built a parking lot for the new part, and then tore down the new part and tore down the parking lot for the new part. Yeah, they're just Bibb County. It is what it is. So now, and then like in the wake of that destruction, they're building an amphitheater. I can't remember why I was going down Eisenhower the other day.
Easy now.
I know, Shelly and I were doing something. Because we made some comment about it. We're like hitting the interstate.
Yeah.
And we made some comment about like, well, we've been arrested in that hotel. Stayed in that, so I mean, it's legitimately on the part at the old Macon Mall, which is like, I mean, it's right outside of like Pleasant Hill, and it's just
I have no sense of direction.
it's a horrible location.
It's a bad spot. Basically.
It's just not that, I mean, I don't think there's a whole lot of really good spots in Macon for something like that. The Coliseum's still kicking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah. And listen, I'm excited about it.
I'm less excited.
I'm excited about it. I think it's going to
I don't think you're going to get people. I don't think you're going to get those people.
How many is it going to hold? Do you know?
I think it's supposed to be less than the Coliseum,
What?
which is already going to.
No way, dude.
It can't be much more than the Coliseum. I've seen it. The amphitheater's not even that big. Like the stage of it's not.
They already got, a Centroplex, right?
Yeah.
I'm being serious. I
yeah,
went to a concert up there one time,
Yeah,
Willie
yeah.
Nelson.
Yeah, Coliseum.
Yeah, you've been to a
Cineplex,
bunch of concerts up there.
Yeah.
It's the same
I'm
thing as
saying
the
this-
Coliseum.
Yeah, that's. Then you
Not
got
at the Coliseum,
like Macon.
They got to make a city auditorium.
That's
City
where I
Auditorium.
was.
yeah, we've been to the city
Yeah,
auditorium
we saw
before.
a Christian concert there. I think.
Who, me?
Well, I've been there with Chris,
Yeah.
and I've been there with you.
Where did we go see?
We went to see Mark Chestnut there.
Oh, was that Mark Chestnut
Yeah.
and Mark Colley?
That's right.
Back in the 80s, late 80s?
Yeah, late 80s, early
They already
90s.
got
Early,
people lined
early,
up
no,
to
there
go
would have
there?
been 92. 1992. Jason Aldean's coming in August.
Okay.
So where's he coming to?
I will
The
be
amphitheater?
amazed
The
if
new
it's not closed
amphitheater?
down by then.
Have they already built this thing?
No, it's in process of being built now.
I'll be
When's it-
amazed if
when's
it's
it
still
gonna be-
running.
when's
in
it gonna
Are you
August of next year.
serious?
I'm dead serious.
But
Do you know how many shootings there have been at the mall there?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know the number, but
Tons. I'm telling you, it's just that especially is just like in the center point.
and I'm not trying
some
to be
tough
funny because
neighborhoods.
God bless him, and I feel bad for this, and I know this really happened. I'm not a conspiracy theorist and say it didn't happen. It obviously happened. The guy they said that did it didn't actually do it by himself, but of all the people to have in a bad area where there's shootings all around, you're gonna throw Jason Aldean back up there on stage through all that? Come on, man.
Live through Vegas again.
Yeah,
Yeah.
come on, man.
Yeah, like I said,
We need a Jamie on the show. 'cause
and
I
he's
can't
not from
find-
Macon. He is from Bibb County.
I mean, we need a Jamie.
And he went to Windsor.
Let's see, 10,000.
What does it cost you?
It took me 10 minutes to find the answer.
Just put Macon Coliseum
Capacity.
seating capacity.
Well, that's what I'm doing. How do you spell Coliseum?
Oh my God, COLL.
Got it. Bam.
10,000.
7,100.
Okay, so it's a little bit bigger.
Up to 92 for concerts.
So you got 800. You got less than 1,000 more people. It's outdoors.
I would rather go to an amphitheater.
It's not in any better or worse place than the Centerplex, though, than the Coliseum.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
See, I was thinking.
Oh, Eastside Macon is just as bad. Yeah.
Well, you're right. You got Luther
Yeah.
Williams Park right there.
Yeah.
And that's.
That's all downtown Macon, the east side of Macon over towards like getting out towards Gray and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Both of those areas are not the best areas in Macon. I hope it does, I hope it does. I'll be amazed if it lasts very long.
Wow. Obviously, the people that are bringing it there know that.
And that's the lineups they're trying to get?
I think Skinner's coming through.
That's not who I would be putting in that place.
Who would you put there?
Hip hop.
Oh, they're definitely getting shot up. Chris Brown
Listen.
first on the list.
First on the list.
Yeah. I don't know. It's gonna
Whiskey River did a bunch of good hip hop concerts. Nobody got shot.
You can contain a Whiskey River a lot better with an inside venue. Coming in the door, metal detectors, police at the door, wanding people. How you do
You don't
that?
think they're going to metal detector and wand people at Disneyland?
Yeah, but you go up to the fence, man. You're outside, throw the chopper over. I mean, I'm just thinking, man. That's what I'd do,
That's what you would do?
Yeah.
I mean, I listen. I hope it works out. I hope it's great, and I hope it brings some money to Macon. We'll see.
We'll see. Let's talk about Babel.
Let's talk. Sure, buddy.
I have a correction to make.
Correct.
We were talking a few episodes ago about most embarrassing moments, and I was talking about the dearest of my friends on my friends list, and I was saying how she was jogging and tripped and fell. I got a phone call the other night correcting the mistake. She was actually in elementary school going to hop a fence, and as she was going to hop over the fence, she saw the little guy she had a crush on, and as she's going over, her butt got caught on the top of the fence, and she fell. She fell off the fence,
That'd be
and
bad.
then she jumped up and tried to jog it off.
So just to clear the air, it was much worse than what we originally
Much
said.
worse. Yes. So I was like, I'm so sorry. She's like, I'm going to kill you. And I was like, I am so sorry.
It's good that you corrected it.
I'm
man.
going
absolutely.
to correct that
We
mistake
gotta
because it
we
was
got to right these wrongs out
way
here.
more embarrassing
Yeah.
the way that you just told it to
I'm
me.
sure she's glad she
I
told
was
you now.
remembering. She's like, no. So sorry. I got it wrong.
It's different. I said something too when we were talking about embarrassing moments. I said that I didn't really care what other people thought of me. And that's not completely accurate. That's not completely true. Everybody, to a degree, wants to be liked by other people.
Sure.
I care less about. I care a lot about the people that I care about and like what they think of me. You know what I mean? Like friends, family, stuff like that. But like strangers or embarrass myself out in public, like around people I don't know. Like I don't.
So you're
care.
standing in the Walmart's line checking out. Somebody's standing there looking at all your tattoos and established in '88 and the teardrop, and they're going, "What in the world?" That doesn't bother you.
No, I'm kidding. No, I was having to explain this to a resident the other day too. About he was just like, oh, these people think that I'm doing this or doing that. Why don't they cut me any slack? You know what I'm saying? They just automatically assume I'm up to no good. And I'm just like, well, because you've been up to no good for how long? You've not been up to you've been up to good for 60 days. You know what I mean?
That's
you were
fair.
up to no good for 10 years.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah.
If I get pulled over and a cop's like, hey, maybe
Can you
you've
step
got
out the
drugs.
car?
Yeah, you know what I mean? I'll always tell a cop just about that, hey, you can have the dog hit on the car. I don't care.
I got a question for y'all.
Go ahead.
I'm okay with being profiled because of the way I look. I've set it up that way. You know
Me
what I mean?
too, man. I'm okay with being
listen,
profiled.
if you see me and think that I might be up to no good, that's okay because I used to look exactly like this when I was up to no good. It's okay. It doesn't bother me.
right.
Man. It's fair. You know.
So you just talked about you getting pulled over. So I got a question.
All right.
If you're pulled over by a law enforcement officer and they walk up to your vehicle and you've already removed your seatbelt to reach for your license, can they give you a ticket?
Seatbelts are all cop.
Are you supposed to have it on when they get to your vehicle?
I usually
I'm
usually
not
put
sure.
mine on by that time.
Yeah, he's usually got his on finally by that time. I'm not sure.
I didn't know if one of y'all might know. Y'all been pulled
I
over.
know that getting pulled over for
Frequently.
a seatbelt is completely on the word of the cop.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And that's why it's a $15 ticket. That's why it's not a whole lot. It's not like a speeding ticket. You know what I mean? Because there's no kind of objective device to measure that. It's pretty much word against word.
Yeah.
But I as a general rule, I would probably just take I'd take the seatbelt ticket or let them know, hey, I had it on and I took it off. I can get all my stuff with the seatbelt on, so I don't really worry about it. And I wear my seatbelt.
Because if they're pulling you over for speeding, they're not pulling. They're not. If they're pulling you over for a seatbelt, they've already seen that you don't have that seatbelt on. Mm-hmm. So they're not wondering when they come up to your car if it's going to be on or not.
Yeah, and you know whether you've had it on or not.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. You plead the fifth.
I got you.
Fifth.
Okay.
the only time I've really ever, since I've been clean, the only time I've really I wouldn't say I really got smart. This was back when I had my Acura. And the Acura was real low to the ground, kind of beat up, little Acura, tuner car, loud exhaust system in it, and I was going, it was early one Saturday morning, I think I was going to clinical supervision out in Eastman, and a guy pulled me over, and counted me, and I was going 55 or 60, you know what I mean? I was going right around there, I wasn't speeding for sure, and he came up to the driver's side door, and he was just like, what's got you in such a hurry this morning? I was just like, didn't know I was in a hurry. How fast was I going? And he was just like, oh, I didn't have my radar on. You just looked like you was going fast. I was like, you didn't have your radar on? No. Why am I here then? And he was just like, you look like you was just going too fast. But you don't know. No, just appearance. And I gave my license registration and let me go. You can't write me a ticket. You know what I mean? You can think I'm going fast. You know what I'm saying? But you can't write me a ticket because you think I'm going fast. But that's the only time that I've kind of gotten smart with anybody. And I don't really think it was being smart.
It was.
Was it?
From the rip.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was just like, well, what did you clock me at?
I'd have walked.
Oh, I didn't clock you at anything. Well, then why am I pulled over? You're like questioning me about speed. You don't even know how fast I was going.
It's good he didn't walk behind your vehicle and bust one of your lights out. It's like,
That's movie stuff.
You really need to get that fixed.
What was that, a walking tall? It was on walking tall, wasn't it? With a rock, you hit the thing. You need to get that tail light fixed. Golly. Yeah.
I'm just saying.
That's right.
You're kind of asking for that.
I mean, I was just trying to figure out what I was being pulled over for.
It's fishing to be that busted.
Well, I pulled over. You're right, sir. What are you doing? Turn your camera on? Turn it off.
Turning it off. And this is why I didn't let the parole lady know I had a podcast.
Oh, God.
That's right.
This is why she has no idea.
Did you hit a deal on that hood? No, sir. What are you talking about?
Yeah. The hood was already messed up.
It was a little bit.
It was. I missed that car.
I missed that car too, Chris.
Deer
Because that car
took
made
my
you
class.
happy.
Man, I love that car. Piece of junk.
It was a good one,
It
though.
was a good one, man. It was hard to beat that sucker.
Derek, we were at the Ludacris show the other night. Mm-hmm. I'm rocking with my iPhone 12, which the latest iPhone out now, if you're looking for a Christmas present, the iPhone 15.
Titanium.
Do the math on that, right? Mm-hmm. This is an old phone. Mm-hmm. And I'm sitting there getting video of Luda, and dancing around and all this. Nana gonna come up to me talking about, what kind, am I telling a lie?
Nope.
What kind of phone is that? That's got such a good camera. Cut the games out, Nana. You trying to holler at me? That's an iPhone
It's a flip
12.
phone, Nana.
Come on. G-Ma, come on now. What's your real
she might have had a
intent?
flip phone. She
I
didn't
told
know.
Chris, I said, Nana hitting on me, bro. Talking about what kind of phone you got. Look, Becky, he's got a really good camera. Becky, it's an iPhone 12. Tell your mama to back up. I'm trying to watch Luda.
I didn't know what was going on, but I was watching Luda. I wasn't too concerned with it.
Tripped me out, man. Sweating me about my iPhone 12.
Yeah, that was funny. Well, listen, man, I think that was going to have to wait till next time anyways.
That's cool, man.
That was, I think it's been on the list. At
I
the
just,
end.
yeah.
It just hasn't got
Yeah.
for like
Yeah.
3 weeks
I
now.
don't even have anything for it, man. It just,
Oh, man.
I'll be honest, that come from Rogan. He got to talking about that. He got to talking about it on an episode that he was actually doing, talking about The Rock with The Rock the other day. They did it maybe a few weeks ago, and I was listening to it the other day. I'm a fan of The Rock, the wrestler, not really a fan of The Rock, Dwayne Johnson. Just to put that out there.
Put it out there.
And
Put it out there. Let it simmer.
But I thought it was an interesting thing. They were just talking about their first cars and all.
Sure.
And I was like, that's an interesting topic. Sure. So, but no, it's been fun tonight.
And we can talk about that, and we can talk about Ohtani getting $700 million to play baseball for 10 years.
Did you see the breakdown on that?
Yeah, it's at $2.22 a second.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah. Wow.
Interesting.
One of the biggest sports contracts. Maybe the biggest. I know Messi got like $625 million.
And he's not even a clean person.
I think he got that, but I think he got it for 8 years, not even 10 years. So he might have the biggest one ever. But yeah, there's $700 million, 10 years to play baseball.
That's wild.
That's crazy.
Didn't he just have Tommy John surgery or something too?
No. He was the American League MVP last year. He didn't have it last year.
Okay.
And I don't think he had it in the offseason.
I'm getting hungry.
Pizza's waiting.
Tommy John's is pretty routine nowadays. All right, we want to thank you all. Thank you all again. Thank you. Big shout out to Buckeye Preferred Services and Emerald City Suites. You can find those links to both of those Facebook pages in the description. Any sort of tree needs, it's getting colder. Some of those trees out in your front yard or your backyard or your side yard or those limbs that are going to be freezing right here for too long might be a little bit dangerous, might cause you some damage. Maybe you want to go ahead and get them taken care of. Reach out to Buckeye. And then if you've got any holiday, Christmas parties, office parties, whatever coming up, you're not going to go wrong getting Emerald City Suites to handle all the stuff for that. They are phenomenal and delicious. We're not losing any weight on this podcast, that's for sure. Be sure, as we said earlier, to like, comment, subscribe. Keep following all of our stuff. We appreciate all the support we've gotten, and we are trying to get bigger. We're going to take this thing till the wheels fall off. If you would like to reach out and get up with us for some of our different advertising opportunities, or want to get your name to get a pre-ordered T-shirt for the next round of black T-shirts that we're going to be doing probably first of the year, you can reach out to us at coffeeandcatchuppc@gmail.com.
I really dropped the ball on that possum.
Dropped it.
What was the other animal? Raccoon.
Yeah, that's a massive confusion there.
Can you scrub that out for me?
Nope, that's going to stay. Thank you all for listening. We will see y'all next week. Peace.